Hey guys, this is Ludwig. I had to spend a few days finalizing some guild stuff and then our GRE events, so here we are. And we got a lot of stuff going on. First of all, a new banner, and then there's guaranteed 5-6 star scouts. After that, there's a ranking fest tomorrow. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's focus on this banner first. And this banner is SS3 on Switch. And yeah, their only other special effect is the critical guaranteed at level 90. And that's actually pretty useful for today's meta, and I mentioned this before, but let's just say they have like 6k crit after all equips and buffs. Then compared to a no guaranteed crit SS3, if you raise all the hits to critical hits, then you do like 17% more damage on average. It is pretty RNG, but at least raises your damage by 10 to 20% if you didn't have guaranteed crit. And most importantly, usually the guaranteed crit banners, they don't really have good damage, but this one's an exception. They're both melee units with really high damage. If you combine with guaranteed crit, their damage is very deadly. And in particular, the Eugeo has pretty high damage, even compared to Tails Leafa. His damage is like much higher than that of the other wind characters. But of course, that's because we didn't really have wind banners through the past month or two. So if a wind ranking ever comes up, he will be really good. That's a very big if, however. I know we still haven't got wind ranking like in this entire 6-star era, and I'm not sure if we ever will at this point. Yeah, and more importantly, Eugeo can engage from ranged. Well, if you turn off Auto Approach, at least you can engage from further than you think. So hopefully you guys know the deal now. So I think Eugeo's pretty good for from this banner, but that doesn't mean Kirito is bad by any means. He's just average. He can get replaced, but Eugeo, there's nobody to replace him. Okay, and let's bring in the calculator from Mr. Rat Sounds. So as you see, his damage is almost comparable to Tails Leafa. So the idea here is that they want to replace Tails Leafa, and Eugeo can definitely replace Leafa in DPS and damage. However, they're even more deadly combined. So first of all, we could abuse Eugeo's high combination DPS just by starting every combo with Eugeo. He does have SS3 on Switch. And another special thing about Eugeo is he doesn't drop hits upon fake switch. So you can do the CABA switch here in two different ways. You could do anyone fake switch into Eugeo, Leafa, Eugeo, ABA, or anyone to Leafa, Eugeo, Leafa, ABA. So Eugeo not only has very good stats, he also has very high versatility, and then you have a lot of options with him. Alright, so now let's look at Kirito now. And so his damage is almost the same as Anniversary Alice, but after the attack buff, I think he will exceed Yuki by a little bit, not too much. Now the funny thing here is that there's nobody to use ABA switch with Kirito. Everybody drops hits, so there's no point in using this ABA switch at all. Alright, so the only point of using SS3 switch is to just start with an SS3 or, you know, make him become a starter, but his combination DPS isn't really that high either. His overall DPS is very high, however, just a little bit below Yuki, but it's actually higher if you bring in attack buff. And so that's it for this banner. It's mainly Eugeo that's really OP and then versatile and useful, and Kirito, not so much, but he's still a pretty nice character to have. Alright, and then let's also look at the guaranteed 5-6 scouts. So be careful about the drop rates, so it's equally distributed among the characters. So let's say for Holy, it's only 16% chance from the guaranteed scout itself to get a 6-star. And then so there's pretty much no point going for the Holy one. It's, you know, the 6-stars aren't even good. The water is the best deal here, so I'll show the table right now. Alright, so first of all, we can see the overall 6-star rates, and then if there's any particular one you're looking for, I'll also put the rates down. So because there's not many characters for Holy or Dark, so they get very high rates for the ones that you might want. And finally computed their worth compared to a 125 scout, so obviously none of them are worth actually 250. Water is pretty close though, so if you really want someone, I guess Water is the best deal. Alright, yeah, although Water is the best deal, but you're definitely not getting TF Eugeo or Susanoo from this banner, the two meta units right now, so although it's worth probabilistically, it's not actually worth in terms of the meta. So the only thing that you could take away here is the Bath banner, I guess. Maybe Summer Yuki, but she's kind of got outdated as well thanks to TF Eugeo. Alright, so basically it's just a big bay, and then it's only useful if you legit don't have a single unit in some element. Alright, and Rankin Fest is coming up tonight or tomorrow for some folks. This will be pretty interesting in the 6-star meta, because supposedly we do have all our trophy characters as options. And supposedly you can only chain 4 times, that's 3 on weak points anyway, so no point in doing any fake switches anymore. Hopefully that's the case, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some good runs. See you!